Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Untitled, and today on my channel we're going to be learning about nets. Now, the nets are very important to know because it is one of the key standards in the curriculum for your end of grade test. Now, a net is really simple to and easy to solve. They're actually not that difficult. But before we get started in learning, please take a moment and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell, the whole shebang, and give it a like, a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, leave it in the comments why I don't like the video, so I can improve. I guess I don't know. Okay, so for without further ado, let's get started. So a net is essentially taking any three-dimensional shape and prying it apart. Now, as you can see, this looks like a cross, right? And it does. And now this cross is going, if you fold it at these increments, right here, here, here. Everywhere there's a little like an intersection. Here, here. If you fold it upwards, you would get, in this case, a rectangular prism. Pretty weird one because this isn't really drawn to scale. So forgive my artistical knowledge and all. But now what they want you to do for a net is to find the area. Now, you could just redraw this. That's what I usually like to do. I usually like to redraw this with its exact dimensions as the shape it's supposed to be. So this is supposed to be a rectangular prism, right? So let's go over here and draw ourselves. That's not right. Okay. Rectangular prism. Again, forgive my artistical ingenuity. Okay, so here we see that the base, this is going to be 5. The height, because remember, these two fold up as these fold along, right? So this is the body, and then this is what they call the two sides. So the two sides determine what the height is going to be. So the height's going to be 4. And then again, this part, the width is going to be 5. So this is right, okay? So now, essentially, if you remember my old video on finding area in a rectangular prism, you plug it into the formula. Length times width times height. And then that's what you do. So let's multiply these 3 numbers together and get our answer, which is 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 4 is a cool 100. And that gives us our volume. Now, sometimes they would want you to find the surface area. Now, the surface area is really easy. You find the area of each of these, right? So let's just do that real quick. So remember, the volume was 100. Now, usually they will ask you for surface area, but sometimes they ask you for volume. It all depends on what the question is saying. So to find surface area, you got to remember 2 things. One is the sides are going to be the same, and 2 is this, the one on the bottom and the one on the side are going to be the same as well. Now, if it was a square or a perfect cube, you could just find one side and multiply it by 6 because there are 6 faces on the cube. Just like here, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are, in any 3-dimensional shape, usually there are 6 faces on a rectangular, on a rectangular prism, on a cube, and so forth. So to find the surface area, it's pretty easy. Here we have a square with the height and width, or excuse me, a rectangle with the height and width, and we're going to find that. So remember that this is height, is 4, and the base here is 5. So if we multiply those two together, we get 20. Now remember, there's going to be 2 20s, because the 20 here and the 20 out back over here, if we continue our little thing here. The 20 right here, right? So we add, we don't multiply these because we want the total surface area. So we add 20. Now, you can, and then you simplify it, of course, but first I like to write down all my numbers. Now we have a 5 here, this width, and again the height 4, and then 5 times 4 is again 20. So essentially we do 20 times 6 because there are 6 faces, all with the surface area of 20. Or excuse me, all with the area of 20, right? So we're going to do essentially 20 times 6 because this is 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20. Gets kind of tiring. Okay, so 20 times 6 gives us 120. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. Okay, sometimes I get a little restarted here and there. Okay, and that gives us our total surface area. Now, nets are important to know because you can be given any type of net, whether it's a pyramid that's been broken down or, I don't know, any shape really, any three-dimensional shape that is broken down, except a sphere. You cannot get the net of a sphere. That is important to know. And you will learn more about spheres in other grades. I will do a video on those, don't worry. But until next time, I'm Harutsun Hani, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. The whole shebang. If you haven't subscribed, do consider subscribing. It really does help me a lot and helps out our team. And until next time, I'm Harutsun Hani. Keep on learning, kids.